Welcome to another video and episode on my Raspberry Pi 1 running Raspbian Linux. Last time I succeeded in getting the ADC analog digital converter, which you can see here, working with a light dependent resistor from fischertechnik and just an other light dependent resistor from electronics. Well, they are both electronics, but this one is adapted from fischertechnik, by fischertechnik. They can be operated by a switch, a button, and when you do, they are connected to 0. So the question is, what does it do? Does it still work? And the best way to test it is using this oscilloscope and see if everything is going to be working correctly. And this is the serial terminal to which I am connected, with which I am connected to the Raspberry Pi. The problem is that last time it suddenly rebooted, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times and 5 times. And the first way to notice that is when it goes here. So first I see it here, and then I see, okay, wait a few seconds, and then the virtual network connection, virtual network computing screen is going blank. I hope it does not happen this time, but who knows. Anyway, it is time to hook up the probe again, and let me check for the correct one, because the first one connected to channel 1 is yellow. Yes, I know that it is now connected set up for channel 2, but this one will do. As you can see, and in order to get noise free situation, I will hook up this one. And last time as well, when I hooked up, then it suddenly went down. So let's run it and see whatever happens. Also, the blinking of the LEDs is still the this part of the code. See the cursor, this part. Process modulation through software, but this is not correct because it shows value 0. Let me press one button. Let me cover up one. Let me cover up the other. It just doesn't do anything. And last time it did more or less the same. So what if I hook it up here? And it doesn't do anything. And that is a problem, of course, if you want to test something. You may notice that from the other let's say episodes, I do not have a streaming video here from the Raspberry Pi cam. I decided to leave that out since last time, because it caused so much strain on the resources that it stalled everything. So question is now, why don't I get a nice value instead of 0? As you can see, there is something to measure, because when I press the button next to this LDC, LDR I should say, then, and watch the yellow line, you can actually see that there is a value, because when I press it gets 0 because I ground it, and when I release it, it measures. So what about the second one? Let me, and now I notice that this one has come off, so let me hook up again. Same for this one, hook up to the ground and hook up to this one, and you clearly see that it gets a value reading. So it does it, and now it gets a very big value, very large one actually. I cover one and then I cover both, release one, and then it's of course this one, and now it starts showing. I hook up the other one again, so now they both do. And what if I cover both? Because this should be giving some value as well, but it doesn't. Now they go to 0 again, so I don't know what is exactly acting up, what is going on. This is rather crazy, you know, and I remember I had it last time as well. Now I can measure. It is like some kind of threshold. Now I connect them to ground and I get a value. I cover it and I get different value. I release the button and I get 870. I push the button, I get 33. I uncover 3, cover up 30 something, 20 something, release 100 something. So now let's test the other one. I cover up, press button, 70 something, really uncover 22, 40s. Okay, release button 800 something, press button 72, uncover. So it does work, but it is a bit flaky to my idea. Anyway, that said, I want to enhance things with an NTC, but I wonder how to do more than one device separate from these two, and then connect it to the same ADC. Is that possible? In my own logic I say yes, it is possible, but then again, is it really? And it's nice to see that this works, although it should have worked immediately and not giving zeros. But this is nice, and the oscilloscope shows it's always right. Right, I also intended to use another chip, the 23008, but that's I2C, and that is for another time, I think. First, can I use this ADC for multiple, for more than one type of sensor at the same time? Nice question. Let's have a look. Alright, of course it is possible. There are 8 pins right here, and I've just used number 1, and that is SPI open 00. So let me first add the NTC. The NTC has to be connected to mass, so let me try to add a jump wire accordingly, and it is a little bit short. So I'm getting a second one that should do the trick in connecting the lot. So this is going to be one of them. And things have to be bent a little bit. So this is one. Then this one, same lane, right up to here. Then goes the NTC. And then goes this one. But I really have to connect it to the right port in the right lane. So I'm taking a little bit shorter one. Let's do it like this. Oops. And then I have to reconfigure a bit like this. So that's nice. That is the wiring. But now I still have to do some programming, and that has to be here. It says channel and device, so I am going to try channel 0, device 0. I hope this is correct, otherwise I have to change change them into 0, 1, 1, 0. But let me hope this is correct. Then going here, and I have to do something else as well, because I have to say now NTC channel is 1. And that makes it probably that it is 1 0. Channel 0. So this is channel 1 device 0. And then right here I say NTC value is read ADC NTC channel, and then I just copy paste what I should have done in the first place. NTC and NTC, and now let's hope that it works. So let's run it and see. Save. Let's see if it works. Answer is apparently no. No such file directory. This channel is already in use. Then I change it to 1 0. Save and go. And now I want to see something on the oscilloscope as well, but right here I have two pins for mouse probing, and I want to be near, so I'm changing this one to right here, put it in mouse, and then say now let's see which is which, and then I'm talking about the probe, and yes, this one should go to yellow, so I'm taking off this one and put it on here, and then connect this one here. No clue if this will work out, and this one will still be connected here. Now everything is apparently 0. Which is not logical. So let me put things here. Still nothing. So apparently, well, it's not nothing, because the blue line, which is now the LDR, this one and this one, is giving a clear signal. So the question is the NTC, which is here, actually connected correctly? Well, if I look at how the NTCs in my other project are connected, which is the same way, being one connected to the MOS and the other one connected to a port for digital reading, then this should actually be entirely correct. So maybe the reading is just to be enhanced, which is a logical explanation. So let me see if I can do something about it, and I have to be concerned about channel 1 in this case. So let me select channel 1 and add some sensitivity. I'm not sure that this is the answer, that this is really doing it. But when I touch it, and there is clearly some signal difference, and I'm just touching it. Although the value on screen is still 0, but I do suspect that to be a problem of the ADC. Because it gives too many times 0, even with the NTC now, or LDR. When I touch them, it is 0, and that is not the way I expect it to work. So it will work, but the ADC doesn't give in, unfortunately. Let's see if I can change that somehow. So with this kind of result, let me see if I can change something at the oscilloscope. Looks like quite noisy, by the way. It responds directly to me touching the NTC. So that is working. Then now I do see, by the way, I saw some values. Let me get that back if I can. Those are some values. But, oh, that's just the LDR. NTC value still absolutely 0. Let me make it a bit more readable. Delay is now half a second. Yeah, you want quick refreshes. I put this in between. See some LDR values. Let me press the button again. What value was that, by the way? I saw a 2 coming by, but that will have been the NTC. Don't find it. And I saw a single digit coming by. Anyway. Let me press sensor and alright, that is not nothing. Well, the oscilloscope detects it nicely. If I put the probe to the other one, no result either. So I don't know what's wrong with the ADC, but I have my doubts. Considering this result on the oscilloscope, not quite sure what to think. And maybe the NTC isn't such a good idea either. And I want an analog sensor anyway. So perhaps I should divide them, put one LDR on one and the NTC on 2 or 3, because I have multiple pins left. But I don't get this 0. Very, very strange. And it doesn't matter if I restart it, and with it I mean the program. Well, at least the oscilloscope doesn't lie. The R value is coming from it. But this is too broad to give any value at all. Maybe it changes so much. I'm not quite sure. One last idea for this episode is to compare things with the multimeter. And when I then touch this, I can barely see the needle moving, and it is now put to 3 volts. So any indication here should be divided by 10, and it even doesn't move. So let's see if 0.6 does give something. It doesn't even move. Well, not with the visible with the bare eye anyway, let alone with 1.2. And even when I touch it, you see the oscilloscope image go. So although with other experiments the NTC works out very nicely, here I don't see anything, and that the screen output doesn't show anything. yeah, that doesn't help either. So nice idea, but so far it has to be worked out. And like I said, I want to compare it with other analog sensors as well, but then I need a properly working ADC, which isn't doing anything right now. It did earlier, as you can remember, but not now. That means thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Also give it thumbs up, like it. You can also follow me on Twitter, then like and or retweet, or follow me on Instagram and like and or comment. I love to hear your comments. Also, please, if you like this, donate to keep your videos coming. More information on my website, where you can also find lots of pictures from events, etc. And this is going to be continued. So, for now, bye bye.